Welcome back from the break. It's Susan Jaroga. This is KTN Life and Style. And you guys have had such a great time with Laura and Nixie. Shout out to Nixie doing glam still. Now I'm going to be having a conversation with somebody. I'm super excited. We're going to be doing this all mornings, guys. And I'm just about to introduce them to you in a little bit. But before I do remember to tweet us using the hashtag KTN Life and Style and follow our accounts on KTN Home. And today I'm having a conversation with none other than Dr. Shogo, the Pathfinder. You guys know him. He's a familiar face to the show before. He's been on KTN Life and Style, dropped some wisdom every time he comes, and he is joining us on this very first KTN Life and Style virtual episode. So welcome to the show and thank you so much for coming, Dr. Shogo.
Thank you for having me. It's good to be here once again.
This is awesome. I'm so happy. So you're in Nigeria, right?
Yes, I'm in Lagos, Nigeria.
How is Lagos?
How is Nairobi?
Nairobi is amazing. Nairobi is great.
Oh, great.
But staying at home
That's nice.
Has been tough. It's been tough. I'm not gonna lie. Very happy to be back at work, even though it's via laptop. I'm so excited because quarantine and socially distancing is hard. Lagos is a very, very big and packed city. So what has it been like with social distancing? What's it like?
Well, currently we are on lockdown here as well. So everywhere is quiet and everyone is working from home. Yes.
Yeah. What about Nigeria's economy is just like Kenya's economy, where there's some people who can't work from home. Like if you work in construction, if you're a plumber. So have you heard anything from people who are really, really struggling? Because I know that's happening here in Kenya.
Oh, definitely. I think it's all over the world. There are some particular people in certain industries that are actually feeling the pangs of the lockdown and the pandemic as a whole. Oh, yes.
That's very true. So that brings me to the topic of today. I'm very happy you're doing well, Dr. Shogo in Lagos. Guys, today on KTN Life and Style Conversations, we are having a conversation about loss. And right now, during COVID-19, there's a lot of loss that's happening. Loss of jobs, loss of our loved ones. If you have a loved one, there's people who are succumbing to this disease all over the world, but there's also loss of connection because with social distancing, we've lost a lot of normalcy actually. So Dr. Shogo and I are going to be discussing loss, and him as the Pathfinder, he's going to be talking us through the things that we can do at home, the things that we can do within ourselves to kind of, deal with these times better. What has it been like for you working from home? Has it been hard because you travel a lot for work? So I can only imagine what has quarantine
done. All right. So basically, for me, of course, I know I travel a lot. But you see, one of the skills of emotional intelligence is adaptability.
Right.
So I've been able to adapt so much that I'm not actually feeling the lockdown, because I tell people that we are in a physical lockdown does not mean that your mental faculty should be locked down. All right. As a matter of fact, a lot of people are treating this lockdown as a vacation. They are treating the lockdown as an holiday. Hey, let me tell you, let me speak to someone. Yeah. This lockdown is not an holiday. This lockdown is not a vacation. Futures are being shaped. Futures are being shaped. So it's either you're part of the change or you're watching the change happen, because we're not in post-COVID, we're not preparing for post-COVID, ladies and gentlemen. True. We are in post-COVID already.
That's true. I think, oh my God, you're right. We were in post-COVID from the time that we had the first ever case. We have been post-COVID. So you're 100% right. Ever since the moment that you start working from home, I think you have to make a decision. But it's a bit hard because even for me, I think at the beginning, the first few weeks, it feels like relaxation. It feels like, oh, I can't go to work.
A lot of things are happening in the social media space. How well have we been able to leverage it? I've been able to leverage it. And it has actually given my work ease trust me, I'm not feeling locked down. I'm not feeling that I can't travel. Zoom has been a whole lot of blessing to people. You know, I was reading a statistics about Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
As of December 2019,
Yeah.
Zoom had 10 million users. Right now, as we are talking,
Yeah.
Zoom has over 200 million users.
Yes, and even their share price skyrocketed.
Oh yes, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. No, I think there's been a lot of businesses that have witnessed a blessing in disguise that they did not foresee. But then there's also other businesses that realize that they were designed in a way that can't work for the world if we were to continue, living like this and having to socially distance or quarantine and all that. But
Absolutely.
according to our conversation today on loss, in our conversation on loss, there has been, of course, the first loss that you think of, people who are losing loved ones, right? But now what's happening is the way we grieve and the processes that we've had as human beings in the past to help us deal with grief and loss have to change, because with coronavirus, you can't do the way you used to. You can't go to funerals and be in mass numbers and hold each other and cry. It's very different. Now you have to stay far apart. There's very few attendants to funerals, if any. Most people are getting cremated. So for somebody who could have lost a loved one in this time, whether it was to corona or not, what are the things I can do to help me through the grief?
Okay, basically, we need to understand the process of loss before we can handle any form of loss.
Right.
And may I also say this, that whether it's a loss of a loved one, loss of a job, loss of an opportunity, loss is loss. And we grieve. Grief is that there are stages
Yeah.
of grieving. There are stages in losses as well. So if we don't understand the process, we can't heal completely. So one would look at loss. There are 5 stages of grieving. It starts with denial. So the first stage is denial, followed by anger, followed by bargaining, then depression and acceptance.
Right.
So at denial stage, you're telling yourself, no, this can be happening to me. This is not real.
Yeah.
Then it gets to a stage of anger. You're like, why is this happening? You're looking for who to blame. You're questioning. You are in a place of disgust and anger. Then the third stage is bargaining. You start wishing. You start using a lot of what if this did not go wrong? What if I did this like this? What if we can turn back the hands of time? This is what I would do to prevent this.
Right.
That's a place of mental bargaining. Then you get into a place of depression, which is I'm sad, I'm overwhelmed, I can't do anything.
Too much. Yeah.
You just feel yes. Then you now get to the last stage, which is acceptance. So I tell people that when you get to the place of acceptance, that is where you are at peace with what happened. Then you can pick your life to move forward. Am I communicating?
Right. Yes.
Also, it will also amaze you to know that there are people that go through loss, they go through grief, and they don't necessarily have to go through any of these 5 stages of grief. They just grieve and they recover and they're fine and life continues.
Oh, so you don't actually have to go through all 5. You could do maybe just one, or
you don't have to
even
go
experience
through,
them.
yes. But
Okay.
we're wired up differently and we react to loss differently. But basically, from psychologists, these are the 4 stages of grief.
Nice. Okay. Well, that's helpful because I can
So
talk
having
about.
started that, the question you asked is how to deal with it, right?
Yes, especially when it's grief of a loved one.
Well, you have to accept. I won't say be strong. If you want to
As
cry,
Africans, we
then
love
raise your
saying be
emotions.
strong.
Because let out the emotions, because suppressing those emotions could be counterproductive.
No, that's true.
Yeah. So
It doesn't
embrace
help
all your
you.
emotions. You want to cry. Yeah, it will help you recover. It will help you heal. because after you express and vent out those emotions, you feel lighter, you feel better. Then you need to be gentle on yourself. That's also very important. You need to be gentle on yourself. Don't blame yourself for the reason why the person left, or you are the reason why you experienced a loss. That's
Right.
also very important.
Yeah, when
And when
you
going
take
through,
blame, when you're taking on blame and it's not your fault.
yes, you
That's
got it. Now, when going through any form of loss, it's also good to have a good support system. Don't be alone.
But see, now people are alone at home, Dr. Shogo. What do you mean? Don't be alone. In
Well, but
Corona,
you
you
know,
cannot go.
alone is contextual.
Okay.
Alone is metaphoric. Yeah,
Right.
you can be alone, and inside your house alone, you people are 15 in the house. Not as if you are the only soul inside the house.
That
And in case you are the only
that's
soul,
true.
and in case you are the only soul in the house, you
Mhm.
have people living in the same compound with you, right?
That's true. You have your neighbors.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, so you can still try to talk, try to have some form of meaningful conversation that can make you feel lighter and better. This is
Yeah.
very important.
It's true. I think I've even found that I'm talking to my family members a lot more, like on the phone, when people are out and about, people you don't live with,
Oh yes,
friends, like I'm texting way more. And
that's one of the blessings.
yeah,
That's one
it's
of the
so
blessings of this
good.
season. People are bonding
Exactly.
better. You know,
Yeah.
I spoke with uh, I spoke with one of my clients. He's
Uh-huh.
an elderly man. So he
Uh-huh.
was telling me, he was like, Doc, do you know, for the first time I spoke with all my kids at the same time via video call across 3 different continents.
Wow.
For
Yeah,
the
because it would
first
never
time,
happen.
yeah, it would never happen because when one is less busy, another one is busy at work, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. My family also did a joint dinner call. I'm sure there'll be another one as well. So it's you get to do things that you wouldn't ordinarily do, and it's very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, when we talk about loss, I would want to hear your thoughts a little bit. As Kwanzaa, you're perfect for this because you are the pathfinder, and us we are lost. So you will help us navigate
Okay.
the way.
Okay. So
for people that like, especially let me talk about it in the Kenyan context, where we already had unemployment rates that were quite high prior to COVID-19 coming into the country and becoming a global pandemic, right? For those people that have lost a job, or even worse, are unsure of whether they still have a job, what are the things that somebody can do at home? Because I know, especially young people, I don't know, they're just watching so much Netflix. We're on Instagram now all the time. And then we've realized there's no more content on Instagram because whatever you used to post and lie about, you can't do because now you have to be stuck in the house. So for people who are dealing with job losses, I don't know, where do you start? You're being told, sorry, we can't retain you. You no longer have a job. And anywhere you'd think of applying is not hiring. So there needs to be a
okay.
complete change in how we see things.
So I think number one thing that we need to talk about
Mhm.
is for everyone going through a job loss or preparing to go through a job loss, it
Yeah.
is very important. It's very important that you do a SWOT analysis on yourself. SWOT analysis is SWOT.
OT.
S means your strength,
Strengths. Yeah.
W means your weaknesses,
Mm-hmm.
O means your opportunities,
Right.
and T means threats. So I think every individual at this point in time need to do a new personal SWOT analysis on themselves. You need to understand what are your strengths, you need to understand what are your weaknesses, very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
Because doing this will help you prepare either for a job loss or to prepare in getting a new job opportunity.
Right.
May I also say this, that some skills are already going to go out of fashion. Some jobs description are not going to return after COVID is over. So you
I
need to upgrade your
know.
skill.
What
This is
is
a good
going?
time.
I know. So, guys,
So
basically,
this is a
what
good
Dr.
time.
Shogo is talking about is this. If I did Susan SWOT analysis, and you'd write it like this. So these are
Thank you.
strengths,
Thank you.
weaknesses,
All right. That's
opportunities,
it. SWOT analysis.
and
Thank you.
threats.
Great. God bless you. Yeah, that is it. So that is it. That's SWOT analysis. Good. So then also you need to look at your own industry. Where is my industry going to? What are the new skills required for me to be relevant? Because now it's a
Yeah.
game of skills acquisition. If you are
I
not
know.
skilled,
Yeah.
if you don't have skills that are relevant, you will not be needed. If you
That's
are
true.
not needed, you will be excused
You'll
out
be,
of that job.
yeah, you will be excused and asked to leave, or maybe they will not even tell you anything. They'll just say thank you, bye. That's true.
But
So
yeah, so
when we
also,
talk about being prepared, you have to be prepared for this new world. You have to be prepared for post COVID-19, and you have to think of skills, right? It's about who has the better skills, and that means we have
oh
to
yes.
build and
No,
get
no, 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 no,
out.
no, no, no. It's not just about who has the better skills,
Okay,
who has the needed skill, the new
right,
skill.
right. Okay, I understand that. What's needed right now? You need to make sure you can bring value to what the world will, where the world will be after all this is over.
Yes, 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 you got it.
I understand. So that means what now? It means you have to, depending on what your passion is and what you want to do, you have to work on the things that you have to focus on where technology is going. You have to look at what those industries and companies that maybe you'd want to work for or you'd want to compete against, where they're going, what are they doing? You have to keep an eye out for
What are they doing? Yes,
where the world is going
yeah.
next.
Maybe
I
you
like
need to
that.
take, you might need to consider taking some certification courses online. A lot of this period, a lot of good platforms are giving their courses either at half price or totally free.
I
Harvard
know.
University School Online, there are a lot of courses they are doing for free. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the best time for you to maximize that period, get all the necessary skills you need for the new world, start practicing them so that you can reposition yourself for the newness.
I like it. That is very true. I think it's also something positive to focus on, as opposed to focusing on the fact that you've lost your job and that you have no income. You now focus on the future. So if you put all your energy there, then most likely when we're coming out of coronavirus, you will be better off. Now,
All right. So let's
when
quickly.
we,
I think we should address one thing. Can I say something?
yes,
Okay. I think we should quickly address the people that are business owners and they are not employees.
please, I am a new business owner. Can you please tell them I'm a crazy lady that started a business during
Okay. So
COVID-19?
let me just say this for the business owners.
Please.
Yeah. With this COVID-19, don't enter competition, because if you enter the competition
Uh-huh.
and you are still going to enter a rat race. You see, when you join the rat race, even if you win, you are a rat, and the destiny of a rat is to be eaten by a cat. So don't enter the
Yeah.
competition. That's red ocean. That's red ocean is already populated. So what you need to do now is to
Mhm.
distinct yourself from the competition if you want to be relevant in this new world. You're a business owner. Look for what you can do that will separate you from the pack. Look for
Right.
what you can do that will make you different. Extraordinary is a little extra added to the ordinary. Do something different. It's about the experience you create for people when they come in contact with your brand. The
Right.
experience you create for people when they come in contact with your business. Make it memorable. You'll be needed. You will have repeat customers. Thank you. Can we go to the next question?
I was talking about the loss of connection and how I'm struggling to put myself in a routine. Because me, I'm usually in a routine because the world demands one. In the morning, I have to get up and wake up and shower and do this because I have to go somewhere. But now, if I have nowhere to go, nah. So for people who are struggling with creating routines and working at home, it's very easy to write it down on the paper. Like me, I'll put it down and I'll be like, yes, tomorrow morning, this is my plan as per the hour. But then to execute, you have no one asking you to do it, when you have no one pushing you or pressing you, how do you make sure you remain strict and stay on your routine?
I love this conversation. I love that question you have asked. You see, in the new world, a lot of people are going to get into the new world and they're going to get shocked simply because right now, under this lockdown, a lot of people are forming new habits and they are not aware of those habits.
Yeah.
So they will realize that they get back to the new world, they can't go back to their old self because they've unconsciously formed new habits.
They forgot how
It
to
is
shower.
very intense. Yeah,
And they
so
forgot
it's
how to
very,
dress.
it is very, so it is very wise. It is very wise. It is very wise for us to be intentional, to have structure, to have routine. By the way, I tell people that success is not an occasion. Success is a routine. You have to show up every day.
True.
So you need to have a routine. You need to be conscious of the routine, of your routine in this lockdown period. It has been said it takes about 21 days or 60 days for you to form a new habit.
Yeah.
Now, in some places, they've had lockdown for 1 month. They've had lockdown is going to 1.5 months. Some people have had lockdown for over 2 weeks already. New habits are being formed. The question is, are you aware that you are changing? Are you aware that if you get back to the new world, the way you have changed, you might not be able to go back easily. So you're going to have conflict within yourself. So I advise people, I admonish people, I encourage people, please have a structure. If this is not an holiday, I want you to get it from this episode today. This is not an holiday. This is not a vacation. Futures are being shaped. Don't be caught sleeping. Stay awake. It is very important. How are you positioning yourself mentally? How are you positioning yourself business-wise? How are you positioning yourself to retain and maintain and sustain your job position in that place of work? How informed are you about where the world is going? The world is changing. You can't afford to still be in the analog generation.
That's
so
true.
You need to create a routine, a structure. What time do you wake up? What time do you sleep? I've heard people say, I don't even know if today is Monday, if today is Tuesday or Wednesday. Every day does look alike. I don't even know
I have been
if
that
it is.
person a few days. I'm like, what day is it even?
I don't even know if it is 1 p.m. I don't even know if it is 4 p.m. I don't even know if it is 12 midnight. Simply because their life have become borderless. Their life have become without structure. You sleep at any time, you wake up anytime, you eat anytime. Please, that is not normal. That is abnormal.
True. Very, very true.
So we need to have a structure. It's very important. Structure creates shape and form. So you want your life to have form, you want your life to have a shape, then structure must be in place. What time are you waking up? What are you doing when you wake up? Do you want to do your routine exercise? Let me talk to some few ladies and men. This is not the time to eat and you had weight and you have health issues. Some people are just eating and eating. It's not a food vacation, please.
True.
Please watch your weight, watch your health. It's very important. Don't deal with health issues that are avoidable. All right?
Speaking of exercise, you guys caught Laura Mbapa, who was exercising on the show earlier. Shout out to her and her whole fitness segment. Dr. Shogo, time is up.
Shout out.
It is so sad. But before you go, I want you to tell all the people of Lagos, Nigeria, all the people of Nairobi, Kenya, and in fact, all the people of the world, where they can find you and where they can get your services.
That's fine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can connect with me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Dr. Shogo, DRSHOGO. On Instagram at Dr. Shogo. And on Facebook, I have a community with over 6,000 people where I teach for free. They come from across the world. I teach for free, and there are books, there are videos you can download. I teach on different subjects of life matter. It is called Class of Dr. Shogo. Class of Dr. Shogo. Just request to join the group on Facebook, and admin, we accept you. And I have a community on Facebook, on WhatsApp. I have a community on WhatsApp with over 10,000 people. We have people from Kenya, we have people from Nigeria, where I teach for free as well on that WhatsApp community. If you want to join my WhatsApp community, just chat me on WhatsApp +234 807755 2220. Please let me take it again. +234 807755 2220. So just request to join the link, request for a link to join any of my WhatsApp communities. This week, we'll be looking at hastiness, the dynamics of hastiness. It's a series I teach from Monday till Friday. Then every week we pick a new topic. We've dealt with personal responsibility, we've done discipline, we've done maximizing opportunity, and a whole lot of life lessons that will make us become better in life. Cool. Susie,
yeah,
good having you. Thanks for having me on this episode.
It was so awesome to talk to you again, Dr. Shogo. Thank you so much. All the best. Stay safe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Cheers.
And that is it with Dr. Shogo today, but we are going to keep doing conversations with Guys, I'm loving the conversations online. Let's keep tweeting using the hashtag KTN Life and Style. I have been Susan Joroge, and I'm going to hand over to Jamal, so you guys keep it KTN home, and I'll see you.